What's up, guys? This is Chad Kroger coming in with the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast. Guys, before we begin, I want to remind you once again that we are brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims pubed, for looking after our hogs, for making sure that even during the Q-teen, we're looking fresh and clean. So, guys, use code GODEEP20 at manscaped.com. And I'm here with my compadre, Jean Thomas. What up?
Boom, clap, Stokers.
And we're here joined by the legendary Iceman, Mr. Wim Hof. Thank you for coming onto the pod.
Right on.
I love it. Getting the moves in. I started out this morning. I've been doing your method for about a year now. Your breathing, your breath work, and then this morning I took a nice cold shower, and I feel great.
Yeah, it's good shit. It works really effective. And since that we have been gone into the science and showing that it actually is very good to get a lot better control over the immune system and your mood, the mood in the head, no depression, all that shit is gone. So that's because of the science, the credibility. And then it took over in the world. Once you get the credibility, people are able to take natural ways back to themselves, and then they feel the change. And then it's done. You don't need too many words to make it happen, because feeling is the understanding.
So go ahead, JT.
No, Chad, go, baby.
So I just thought we'd start off the pod. For people who don't know who you are, familiar with your method, so you could describe the Wim Hof method and maybe how the journey started.
Yeah, I was young and I looked into the world. I saw war, abuse of power, money-driven people, monetizing everything, polluting the world, sodomizing the world. And people becoming insensitive. Hey, what's going on, man? I will not be part of this. I'm going to have my own road. I believe in happiness, strength, and health. But there you are, alone, 17 years. That is 44 years ago. There I was, alone, in my philosophies, debating with everybody. But yeah, the train of every day just keeps on running. So I had to join and be myself. And how I could be myself, you take a cold shower and you are yourself. You go into freezing water and you wash all the sins and the good deeds and everything. Anything you think, you wash it away. Boom, it's gone. Because you are not thinking. You are. And when you are, you will find out that we have an incredible immune system in control. When you are and not into this thinking and conditioning of your mind, body, the way we are schooled and way we got alienated from our inner nature, if you are, then suddenly your mood is able to be okay, happy, positive, going on, fulfilling your dream. Anything you got inside has no inhibition then. That is who you are. That is the way I freed myself, always with this feeling of being, going into the cold. Really, going into the cold freed me of the contemporary shit, the way they brainwash us with advertising, wrong schooling. You got to serve the system, and this is on, and this on, and this, and this, and this. And fuck you, out of here. I take a cold shower. It's not here. I am who I am, what I am, according to Mother Nature, whom I deeply, deeply respect, whom we have shown in the world to not respect. Too much plastic in the oceans, too much pollution. You see Los Angeles right now. The angels, you can see them in the sky again.
Yeah.
The sky is clear and transparent and great. That is the city of angels.
Right.
the angels when you look up the sky. Wow. And so are many places in the world. We got a little bit too far ahead. Something we have to land in our lives, we think we possess it and we can abuse it. And that is wrong. So I began 44 years ago, my trail to be happy, strong, and healthy, and to help the world, to help all living beings. Being a vegetarian at those times was a strange thing. Yoga was not known, breathing was not known, nothing was not known. It was all completely different. There I began, because I had a gut feeling. And that gut feeling I followed. And that gut feeling brought me in connection with the cold water. And it freed me. The first time I went in, it told me from the inside, this is it. Without words. But that's the feeling. This is it. Wow. Hey, shit. Get high on your own supply. That was that moment. And when you get high on your own supply, then the other day you are back to get a new shot. And a new shot. And then because of the going into the cold, freezing waters, and I liked it, I began to understand that if I was breathing deep, like I could change my chemistry inside and oppose the aggressive impact of the ice water.
What made you jump into the ice? Like how did you even know to do it?
Gut feeling, like an attraction. I was a seeker, a soul searcher. The soul searcher begins in the head. You ask yourself, you ask yourself, you ask yourself, you ask yourself, and you ask yourself. And you always keep on going. And so a seeker becomes a finder. And what I was seeking for was not in my head. It was in my body, the total of my body. For that, you get, as a seeker, you become a finder. You get this sense what you are seeking for, and then it makes connection. And that connection goes through attraction. And it was like crazy. Nobody did that those days. I saw the cold water with a freezing layer upon it, and I just went in because I felt attracted. And then I knew, this is it. This is it. This shuts me up. It turns me on. Boom. That's what it was. And that gave me all the motivation to keep on going. 25 years alone, every day in every winter. There I developed these deep breathing exercises, knowing that through deep breathing, I could change my chemistry inside. I became an alchemist. And that's actually who we are all. We are all alchemists. We should be able to change our chemistry deeply, and with that, the mood, and with that, boosting the immune system, and feel the power of the energy, metabolic processes in the cell. That's energy. So never shortage of energy, never sick, and always great feeling. How about that? I think that's great. So I took that road, and still the world was, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. And I just succumbed every time back to the cold water, because that was what was making me able to become still in the mind and just feel. That makes sense.
Right. It's like you always say that the cold is your teacher, and it's like hopping into the freezing water forces your mind and body to go into the present moment, and then through the deep breathing you can because you've been able to hop in the cold water and stay in the ice, but also maintain a high core body temperature, correct?
Yes. And even through the mind alone. I showed in brain scans lately in Michigan, Detroit, in brain scans, how to have cold water coming to my skin, and then just by using the thought, make the skin temperature not going down. That is the power of our mind. That is not being taught in our schools. But I learned it in nature. Because what I saw as the product of our schooling in the way we have been brought up is a world we are exploiting, sodomizing, abusing with our powers to make money more. Crazy. I think that is crazy. And too many people still get sick. Too many people are depressed and nobody gives a shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I came up with natural ways how to tap into the most valuable core values of humans, which is happiness, strength, and health. And I found ways, and I showed it through the science. And I'm waiting. My mission is to bring this shit to all the people. They don't need to choose it, but they are in front of a non-dogmatic choice. You want to be happy, strong, and healthy? Hey, man, here, I got some tools. You want to use them? You got to do it. And this is it.
Right. And so your method basically for everyone that they can use pretty much every morning, it's a series of, well, they can choose pretty much, but for example, 3 breathing exercises where it's 30 breaths in and out.
Yeah.
And then they hold their, then retain, correct?
Yeah. So let me explain. It's 3 pillars. Pillar number 1 is about, say, a cold shower a day keeps the doctor away. I keep it simple, just do it. It is the best vascular fitness you can ever imagine. Thinks about it. The vascular fitness we forgot. It's like 75,000 miles of vascular channels we got. Blood vessels we got inside. Capillaries, arteries, and veins. And they contain millions of little muscles. And through the cold shower, they contract and open, contract and open. That means that the blood flow will be helped through the stimulated muscle tonus to go through the system, the 75,000 miles I'm talking about. And it goes better to all cells. So it reaches the cells a lot better. Blood with oxygen, nutrients, vitamins, life force itself gets better to the cells. You get more energy, and the heart rate is going down with 20 to 30 beats a minute, 24 hours a day. That means stress is out of there. And that is the cold shower. Then we get the breathing. The breathing, the first thing you do when you go into the ice cold water is, yeah, you learn to breathe deep. Because when you breathe deep, you change the chemistry. That's what we have shown. We have shown to be able, after doing the breathing exercises, not me alone, I instructed 12 people, 12 guys, and they could do it the same. Getting into the autonomic nervous system and the immune system. Thought of both, impossible to influence by human will. And now they were robustly activating it. Even so much that they received an injection with the bacteria, and the bacteria could not do anything. They had it completely under control. This is about inflammation, the immune system. We should be the boss over our tool, the immune system, to fend off what should not be in our bodies. And that is the virus, and that is the bacteria. When they begin to flame up, that is inflammation. We should be able to be the firefighter and to extinguish it. And that's being done through the breathing techniques. How it all works, it's a whole book. But in short, it is through these techniques, which you can find on our website. There's a free app, and it works, guys, it works. I thank you, Chad. I thank you, JT. Hey, J Coffee.
I need coffee.
Yeah, I make stupid jokes. So
Oh, okay.
the thing is, for the guys who are watching, really, this works. And in French, they say, this shit works. It really does. And we got all the university studies to prove that. To get into your immune system, to get the inflammation down, even the coronavirus or any other virus or any bacteria is causing inflammation, we are able, just very simple and effective, to suppress the inflammation, the inflammatory markers through breathing exercises. So I wish for everybody in the world, and I always say the mother in Baghdad wants the same as the mother in New York. They just want prosperity, happiness, strength, and health for the children. And I know how to guarantee that now, because the world is living on sick people. The world is maintaining a system. I don't want to be controversial, etc., but it's gotten too far, guys. We have to get back to the inner power we are born with. It's all there. And these breathing techniques are able to reconnect oneself to the immune system. That is the health. So we got the cold, which is taken out the stress. The heart rate goes down 20, 30 beats a minute. And the vascular system is stimulated. So it is able to bring more energy, oxygen, nutrients, and vitamins to the cells. That is a lot more energy. And the stress goes down. That is the core. Then the breathing is able to activate effectively the immune system. Not only the immune system, also the endocrine system. The endocrine system is the hormonal system. It's the good shit. It's like the drugs, the endorphins, dopamines, the cannabinoids. I come from Amsterdam, cannabinoids.
Yeah.
But this time, no sticky needed. You just get high on your own supply. But also seriously for people with chronic diseases, this is the solution.
So it works on the same receptors as marijuana, but it works on those without the drug as the like instigating agent?
Yes. So that's exactly where I am, in the endocannabinoid system. But I just did the study, and I showed it. There's a paper out, and it's all new science. Doesn't matter. Thing is, better breathe. We got this T-shirt. It says freeze on the front side. Then you turn it around, and it says breathe, motherfucker. And that's it. Keep it simple. Take the damn cold shower. Do the deep breathing. And you get a hold of your immune system, your hormonal system, and your vascular system. The way nature meant it to be, not the way the doctor points out. Because it brings shit. It brings dependency on pills, medicines, and a false belief that they are able to cure us. We are built, everybody, and born with the capacity to heal ourselves and others. That's it.
So, with the breathing exercises, I've been doing them purely through nose breathing. Is there a right or wrong way to do it? Is it better to go in through the nose, out through the mouth, or is it just kind of just breathe? Nitrous
oxide is involved when you open up the veins more, and that is like relaxing. But that's through the nose. But in the end, people come up with the strangest technical little details. What we have shown 7 years ago, for the first time in medical science, to go deeply into the autonomic nervous system and innate immune system, thought of inaccessible by humans up till then. That means 200 years of scientific scrutiny, research, written down papers, etc. Then suddenly they say a complete shift of the paradigm, a shift of the perspective of what humans are capable of in their own bodies. That is what we have shown now. And so that is 7 years. And little details, so people ask me when they are breathing, Wim, how do I need to do my breathe through the nostrils, one nostril or the other, or the mouth, or the belly, or the chest, or the diaphragm? Hey, I don't care how you get it in. Just do it. Just breathe. Get it all in and let it go. Get it all in and let it go. And it showed. We were the first ones in the university to show that. And with that, we changed fundamentally the capacity of humans to tap in to the deepest of their physiology at will. And so detailed, if you feel better doing it through the nose or the mouth, it does not really matter. I am even able to breathe through my ass. Really?
You can do it?
It's yoga. But
Prove it.
No, yeah, through my ass, man. But you don't want me to show that.
No, we do. We do. That sounds like brilliant content.
Yeah.
Hey, no, thing is, anybody can do it. But I will never ask of you, can you show me your ass breathing, man?
So your head's under the water and your butt's sticking out, and you can breathe forever.
Imagine, sometimes I'm at events with 1,000 people. Okay, let's do all together the ass breathing.
That's what the people want.
What about the pee hole?
The what?
Can you breathe out of your pee hole?
Pee hole, yes. I think a whole lot of things are possible because they are so-called autonomic. And autonomic nervous system controls, for example, the heart rate. And that you still are breathing when your consciousness is not there in the night when you're sleeping. So there are also muscles in my dick. So they are able to open up, yes or no. But only we have never learned in our school how to open up our pee hole. Breathe through it. We never did. Yeah, man. It's a whole different ball game.
That's the next frontier.
Yeah.
On
there.
I can't wait to start doing that. So
Yes.
okay.
Do the breathing. If you had sex and you do, and you are like exhausted, and you do the breathing for 10 minutes, you like to go for a run again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, fully charged. Fully charged.
That because you influence the hormonal system and the vascular system. And when the blood flow comes into the dick, it becomes hard like a rock. Yeah, man.
I'm listening.
And then you got the endocrine system, the semen. The semen is all about hormones. Liquid, hormones, vascular. It's the blood flow. It's all there, man. The lymphatic, it's all there. And we have the control. It's amazing. Just that is a great podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. I think on Loveline, they said they got the most questions of people asking. The most frequent question they got on Loveline is, how do I blow a bigger load? So I think people, they care.
The thing is, I can stay easily for 2 hours in ice water. Only after that, it's very difficult to detect my little penis because it's gone. But when it comes back full loaded.
Same here.
Hell yeah.
You wanted me out of here, huh? Huh?
Wim, you're a beast, dude. You're a beast with a piece. I love it, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. All about life force.
Yeah.
If you are able to smile and to laugh and make jokes, then all this serious shit is out of there.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. That is mastery over the mind.
That's a good call.
So if someone were to have boner problems, you think if they were to incorporate the cold showers and breathing techniques, that could solve it?
What kind?
Like erectile dysfunction?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I helped so many. I mean, they helped, in the end, they helped themselves. But, you know, when the dick is too small or there is no life in it, then when you get into the freezing water, it is even smaller. And then it begins to, hey, shit, man, I know I'm so small. What is this? Let me get out of here. Let me get out of boom. There he is.
Nice.
Yeah, you just gotta stress it with the cold water, and then it'll come back flowing.
Yeah, man. It's like it wants to punish you for something. But then you punish it. And then he will never punish you anymore.
I feel that. I feel like
it.
when my self-esteem is low, I think it gets smaller. Like genuinely, I think there's like a correlation.
So get into the freezing water.
Yeah.
Get into freezing water, and you get a Greek penis, and then you know those statues, the Greek.
Yeah, the antiquities. Yeah.
These penises like circles. You see a couple of circles. You know.
Yeah.
It's like a retractable.
Yeah, like a slanky. Yeah.
When you run, you should not have a dick of 1/2 meter because it's painful. When you run,
Right.
bam, 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 it goes everywhere. It should go in, and that is what the cold water does. But when you get out, then your veins are dilating again, and then the blood flow is really able to get in. I really advise you to get into the freezing water. You're gonna love it. You're not only gonna love it because your penis is gonna be just Johnny straight, but also your vascular system, your self-esteem is gonna be way up. Boom.
Awesome. I did it last night. I took an ice bath last night in preparation for this, and I woke up my mom at like 2 a.m. so she could supervise, and I went into the ice, and it was great. I love it. I did the breathing for the first time, blew my mind. I got a little lightheaded, but then I saw you doing it with other people and realized that was par for the course. And then I did the ice bath, and I felt phenomenal. I mean, also just because like I did it, I was like, man, I can't believe I did that stuff. That's so wild. But it was like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, man. That is part of having self-esteem is feeling great.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the mind-body connection.
I was going to ask, Wim, are you afraid of getting a coronavirus?
Yeah, coronavirus. So coronavirus is inflammation. Inflammation are inflammatory markers. And they are called interleukins. You got the IL-1, IL-6, IL-8, IL-11. Interleukins, inflammatory markers. That's what causes the inflammation. The damaging factor in coronavirus are those markers I just mentioned. And we are able, through these breathing techniques, to bring them down. But it is like when your house is on fire, when it begins, you are able to get it down. This is what the breathing techniques do. Then you control it. But once it is all on fire, then it's difficult to even extinguish with 100 firefighters that house. Because all the flames are. Don't wait until it is too late. That is a great phrase. Don't wait until it is too late. That is with the coronavirus. Don't wait until the flames are perishing the house completely, and then you go to the hospital. No, before it all happens, you got symptoms. You feel bad, you feel off, you feel no good. Then you do the breathing. And the breathing exercises, we have shown in the university being able to fend off the bacteria's reaction on the immune system inside, causing fever, uncontrollable shivering, headaches, all over agony. All that they could control. Because when it began, they came in with the breathing exercises, and those breathing exercises come up with adrenaline, with epinephrine. And the epinephrine makes the inflammation go down. That's what we have shown. And all the people in the world should know this. And it is logical. We are not born with incapabilities in our life. We are born with the capacity to take down what bothers us. Isn't that logical? Mm-hmm. So back to the inner nature. Keep on doing you. Keep on doing the cold baths. It's going to help you a lot, Pete, JT. It's going to help you a lot. Really. And you're going to have fun and good sex and good self-esteem. It's all joyous life. You should be smiling and feel happy and feel great. Boom. That's it. That's Mother Nature.
I love that mandate. I love it.
The coronavirus and any other virus and bacteria. Hey, man, I am into the universities, into the mainstream, getting there. Millions of people are taken up because they see the system, and the system is locked down here, locked down there, and it kills actually less people than the normal flu of every year. And once you get the vaccine, then still 60,000 a year die. Still, a normal virus, the normal flu virus. They are just making money out of our stupidity. And we are not stupid, but stupefied. And I say to the people, hey, learn to control your own mood, your own immune system, and your well-being. Because it's all there. We got the studies. We are showing it. There's no speculation about it. And I tell you, the person in Asia, in the Middle East, in America, in South America, in Europe, in South Africa, it's only one thing they want, is happiness, strength, and health. And we have shown how to do that through breathing techniques and going into the damn cold shower to train our vascular system, the blood flow, the vital force, and to be the alchemist, to be able to change the chemistry deeply inside of everybody. And everybody is able to do it. They called me the superhuman, like the Iceman, and this and that. I said, fuck you. Everybody is able to do this. And I will show it. Give me a bunch of people, and a bunch of people who are not training, and a bunch of people who are going to train with me, like 4 days. And then they were able to tap into the autonomic nervous system, into the immune system, receive a bacteria, and not become sick. And the other control group all became sick. In my group, 100%, nobody became sick. Right. They should have taken that damn thing up in the world. But the money wants us sick. They want us to be dependent on doctors, on pills, on medicines, because it makes trillions and trillions and trillions. They in favor for a healthy economy on sick people. It's a sick world, man. And we have to bring sanity. And sanity comes out of your heart, out of your self-esteem, out of your being, here and now, and bring it to the people. Let's all together wake up. Wake up to something that we are born with, to be happy, strong, and healthy, or to be happy, which is the control over the hormonal system, shown in university studies. To be healthy, shown in through the control over the immune system, and the strength, the amount of energy and the metabolic processes in the cell, to have control over that. Plenty of energy, much more than you can use. That is who we are. But they brought us into schooling that is serving a system that is killing the world, that doesn't give a shit to the world, doesn't give a shit to a lot of children in war. It is insensitive. It is a couple of assholes who think they can control our minds, but not my mind. And I got that. And I began with, when I was 17 or even earlier, I began to think, hey, this doesn't add up. doesn't make sense.
Mm.
I believe in love. I believe in happiness and in strength and in traveling and excitement, all the good things of life. And when the shit hits the fan and disease is normal, and my uncle has cancer and he is depressed, and yeah, that is normal. That is the way things go. Fuck you. I'm going to make a change. And I do it together with guys like yourself.
Right.
Guys. And together we are able to make the change.
Right. And I think the important thing you're saying is that the natural way for human beings, like our natural state, is strong, happy, and healthy. We don't have to become victim to, I guess, I don't know. It's important to remember that that's the natural way.
Yeah, Chad. It's like meditation. I meditate for half hour. Another half hour. No, you should meditate 24 hours a day. It's a natural state of your mind to be tranquil and completely stressless being, because you are in control. That is your natural state. Then you don't need to sit somewhere and think of nothing. No, I got my thought in control. I use my thought power. When I use my thought power, I'm able, just by the power of that thought, to fend off stress in my body. I've shown this in brain scans and in blood proof and in bacteria injected, etc. How much do they need to get into their head to understand that all of us are born with the power to bring happiness, strength, and health, or with the power to control the immune system, the regulation of energy fields in the cell, and the hormonal system. It's there. It's there. And so that is there. And now we have a talk. I was looking at your thing. It was about beef of this week. You see, I got beef with the society. I got beef with the ignorance. I got beef with injustice. I got beef with exploitation, sodomizing the planet. That's where I got always my beef on. But I also have clashes with my own son. Fucking hell, that can be strong.
Yeah. What do you?
I love it, but oh man, to the death.
What do you guys clash on?
Back again. And we love each other, and we are great together. And my most ridiculous, beautiful, cute little being is my young son. He's 2.5 years, and he is such a, yeah. I mean, the charm of life, the stardust. There he is, and it overwhelms any kind of experience which shaped me up into my ego, my understanding, my wisdom, yes or no. It does not matter. His charm, which is so fresh, is much stronger. It just blows me away. Boom. There, I'm just struck by that. Wow. So that goodness we all are born with, that goodness, where does it go wrong? We will make it right. And I'm using university studies, comparative university studies, to do that. So there is no bloody speculation about it anymore. We just give people the choice to be happy, strong, and healthy. And we bring it out. We got a feeling of justice. Like that's your work. Your work is to bring things out that make sense, to have sense and to share it, to share the love and the insights in a funny way, nice and light. And I love it.
What did it first feel like when you started getting the scientific proof that your method was working, that you were able to influence your immune system and endocrine system?
Yeah, that was in 2007, together with Dr. Ken Kamler, and that was in New York. I just had done a ice record, staying in the ice for 1.5 hours or something. And then the other day, I went to an institute, biochemical institute, they took the blood while I was doing what I'm doing as the Iceman. And then they saw in that blood, a week later, we got the results. They saw me influencing deeply into the vagus nerve. And that was thought of impossible by humans. But now they had blood proof. So they had blood proof, and then the doctor who called me with the results, he said to me, Wim, if you are able to reproduce what you have shown in this biochemical institute, when they took your blood, you doing what you are doing, then that means huge consequences for human mankind. And he was open for being investigative therein. Dr. Ken Kamler. He was open, and he said, a lot of diseases could be helped if we only would be able to control the vagus nerve. And yes, I know. And then he asked me, are you able to reproduce this to make it other people able to influence likewise into the vagus nerve? I said, directly, bang, yes, I can do that. Easy. Within a half hour. First I said, maybe it takes a week, maybe 10 days. But it took 4 days. And now it takes a half hour. A half hour to bring people into influencing, into the vagus nerve, into the autonomic nervous system, going into the deepest part of the brain, thought of, inaccessible, killing depression, killing psychosis or schizophrenia or anything, because we have an absolute sense of control inside. That's the way we are built. I only use deep breathing because the deep breathing doesn't miss. The deep breathing is the way we are. It gets into past our conditioning, past our shallowness. It gets into this depth, and it connects us because it is us who is breathing. We are connecting consciously then with those deep parts, and suddenly we gain control. That is like the baby when it is born. There's nothing wrong with the legs of the baby, but the neurological pathways are not set, and that's why it's not able to walk. We have never used our deeper potential. But when we become adults, like we do, and we use the deep breathing, then almost instantly we are able to have a connection with the deep systems of the immune system, endocrine system, vascular system, lymphatic system. That means actually all the systems, all at will, is logic. You see the logic?
This is through the breathing.
Yes, through the breathing. And that's the way, that's the thing we got to bring to the people. And you got pillar number three is the mindset. So the breathing is a little bit explained, very effective to be able to connect with deeper systems thought of possible to connect with by humans to battle disease and to battle our mood disorders. Effectively, boom, there it is. It takes a half hour, guys. Just do it, you know? And if you don't believe it, just do it and then don't believe it. Because feeling is understanding. That once you feel, then I don't need these words to convince you. We are just having a talk here, a great talk, conversation, in depth, about life, about potential, deeper potential, to bring it to the surface. That's why we do a podcast like this. We bring it to so many more people. We are not bloody egoists to keep it to ourselves. We bring something good to all of you. And if you still don't believe it, then that's okay. There is no dogma. This is no religion. But this is a forgotten depth, a forgotten potential you got possibly within yourself. And we found the key. You better make use of that key. It's for free. And enter into the temple of your own being.
That's amazing. Yeah. So with the mindset, when you're, for example, when you're injected with an exotoxin, what is going on in your mind?
Not too much.
Trying-
Just
No?
the power of intention. The intention, oh, they're gonna jam a bacteria inside of my system. I gotta kill it. I gotta do something. Boom. You don't even think. You are determined. You are focused. You're not thinking about your wife, your partner, your house, your surfboard, another wave coming in, or the bike which is jamming up your door so you cannot go out. You're not thinking about those things. You know the bloody bacteria is going to come in and it's going to make a mess out of your feeling, your well-being, your blood flow, your chemistry. You're going to feel fever, headaches, all over agony, muscle aches, etc. And you don't want that. So that's your mindset. Your mindset is, shit, I got pain. I'm going to be in pain. I don't want pain. It's like a mantra. No pain, no pain, no pain, no pain, no pain. In silence.
Repetitive power of intention.
Your
Fight
nerve
with the mind.
is really engaged.
Yeah.
So that's the mindset. And for those, the third pillar in the method is mindset. And the mindset consists of one thing. You have the power of your intention. And with that intention, you are able to do whatever comes from your subconscious to fulfill your dream. Your subconscious is your dream state, your vision quest. Your vision quest is inside you. That is a natural thing. It's not me. It's inside you. You got to find out for yourself. But know that your thought is able to connect within your mind. It is like you own, and better learn, you own your own mind. Now connect with your own mind and make your thought able to connect with the depth of your own brain, the seat of the mind, and fulfill what you are here for, your purpose, your dream. Because you have a beautiful mind. You are beautiful. And if things become ugly, then go to the toilet, shit it out. Or do something strange, shit it out. Because you are beautiful. Don't the power of the mind.
It's like if you feel the depression or anything coming on, just get moving, get in the cold, get breathing.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Get even. Get the control over the hormonal system, which in the case of depression, it's dopamine, the serotonin uptake is messed up. So you need to get a hold, a revision, a reset button going. CTRL, Alt, Delete to depression. I bring back the hormonal balance inside my own brain. If you go to the doctors, they just kill the symptoms. They don't go to the cause. You yourself know how to go to the cause and effectively find a cure, a outbalancing. That's you, the inner doctor. Make use of the inner doctor through the breathing, through the cold. They have shown in university studies. Don't begin to philosophize about it. Just do it. It's done. The thinking part is done. You just do it. Or maybe you like to stay in the depression. That's all to you. It's okay. You want
Have you grappled with depression before?
Yes, a lot of times. A lot of times. But now I'm laughing about my depressions. I do. My depressions got depressed. They said, I don't want to be no longer with you. You are feeling too good. I'm out of here. Don't you stop me? Don't you stop me? He called the depression and said, get the fuck out of here. You are in communion with yourself. And you're fucked up. And you know it. And you cannot get out. So get into the cold shower, because then the thinking stops. The thinking stops, and in the cold, the deeper part of the brain where there is no thinking, and the depression is caught, is controlled by the thinking brain.
Right.
It's like the cigarette addiction, or any other addiction, it's always through the thinking brain. You get a full life around it. You make it your persona. You think you are the one with the cigarette, the one with the depression, the one with the grief. But when you learn to disconnect them, and that's what you do through cold showers, you take out the thinking, then you get into the deeper part of the brain, because you don't like to smoke, you don't like to be depressed, and you don't like to be in grief, but you don't know how to have that disconnecting power within your own brain, which got conditioned through this behavior. And now I tell you, you get into the damn cold shower and you wash it off. You wash off the sins. No, I'm not into Catholic consciousness, because it's shit. I'm into, the elements of nature, and the cold is an element of nature, and it helps us. It's amazing. It's amazing what the cold shower does. I just took a cold shower before getting on with you guys, and I thought, shit, man, this is just bloody great. After 44 years, the cold is still beating me up. Hey, you little shit, don't think, be. Be here. Be here. And it always does the same beautiful trick. It tricks my mind to shut up, and I'm here. And afterwards, I feel great. You know why? Because the thinking stopped, and being there is always great.
Yeah.
What's your... Go ahead, JT.
No, you go.
No, you have a question based on that?
No.
So what's your daily routine like? Like, what's your diet like? How do you sort of go about your day, and how do you incorporate this into your day?
Calorie restriction. That's what I do. I never eat breakfast, no lunch. Then later in the day, I can eat. So that gives me, like animals, animals, they have no supermarkets and their groceries around. They feel an urge to go find food. It's when their eyes become bigger, their adrenaline begins to rush, because they have to find food. They have to become more alert. That is a neurological reset in the body. It's same. It's a simultaneous move, not only to find food, to be sharper, to see more, but also to have a neurological reset. And that we miss out always on, because we got supermarkets everywhere. We don't follow our feeling, we follow our thought. We think we need to have a breakfast, then a lunch, maybe in between something, and then in between something again, and then a dinner, and maybe after the dinner a dessert, and then go to sleep and digest everything, and then the other day again. Hey man, leave your body sometimes alone without food. Then it's able to become a beautiful neurological renewal every day. That's what I think. That's what I take on every day. I want to feel the appetite. I want to feel that the meal I'm going to take is going to be great. Not because I think, but because I'm hungry. Because I'm appetite. That makes raw beans sweet. Okay, that's one. That two, exercise. I like to do exercise. I like to do exercise until I feel pain coming in. Then even a little bit more. Hey man, almost sadomasochistic.
Yeah.
But exercise and going into the cold showers, they are always there. And if the freezer tomorrow, for example, the freezer, we'll go into the freezer. It's minus 25 Celsius, which is very in Fahrenheit. It's very cold. Mm-hmm. It's far deep than the 31 degrees. Then freezing.
Right.
I got a freezer here, and I'm gonna run in my shorts inside for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, and then that's tomorrow. And so I'll be running like 10 miles in deep freezing temperatures. That's tomorrow. Big. Why? Because I like it. Because I love it. Because I like to hit the shit out of myself. And do it good, you know, to be on top of it. Hey, I'm 61. I can do stuff, man. That's dangerous. Dangerous. And I like it. I'm in love with the danger. And it comes to me and it beats me. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's tomorrow. So that's training.
Sounds like a good day.
Muscle training, yogic training, whatever, you know, some flexibility. I can do splits anytime. I can stand on one arm anytime.
You can do the splits?
Yeah, man. Easy does it. Easy does
it.
I can do it now if I like.
Yeah, let's do it.
You do it too.
All right, I'll do it with you. Let's go. Let's go. I'll try.
Can you see me?
No, you got to tilt the camera down a bit. Chad, you going to try? You got to get in.
Yeah, I'll get in there.
They see me?
Yeah. Whoa! Wim, whoa! That's as far as I can go. Oh, man. Wow.
I got 3/4 of the way.
Wim, that's what's so great about you. If that anyone's cynical about your methodology, you literally are you're described as an extreme athlete on Wikipedia. Like you're just you have so much that you can do with your body that seems like.
Man, I'm a normal dude. I'm a normal dude, but my belief goes deep. My belief goes deep, and I'm a man with a mission. I told you in the beginning, we have to bring happiness, strength, and health into the world. Those are the greatest core values of the world. If you are happy, you have no how do you say this possessing more, going into war to beat others, competition with others. You don't have that because you feel happy. You are okay. And this I wish for every mother in the world to bring to their children. Every mother and father actually wants one thing: to have their children a guarantee for their children's safety, prosperity, their happiness, strength, and health. And this is what I want to bring. I'm a normal guy, but with a deep belief in that. They ask me sometimes, well, what is enlightenment? Can you say it in one sentence? Yes, here it comes. Be happy, strong, and healthy, and the rest is bullshit. So let's not take on the bullshit and walk around with heavy hats because we pile up all these beliefs, these strange things we have learned, and all these regulations, and suddenly we are heavy. We don't feel so good anymore. Feel light, not dark. Feel light, not heavy. Very simple.
Yeah. Can we talk about some of your feats as well? Like you climbing Mount Everest barefoot?
Yeah, I did a lot of barefoot things. And they did the Mount Everest in clothes first with oxygen, and then without oxygen, just in clothes. And then I thought, hey, man, I go without clothes and without oxygen. And then I came to the death zone, 7,500, 600 meters, which is like 23, 24,000 feet up there. I had a good time, and there I was. I had no problem whatsoever. So we are able to do so much.
I think it cut out. Did it cut out for a second there, Chad?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah. What'd you say happened at the summit? I'm sorry.
No, I was not at the summit. I was most of the way up. Then I had to return because my left forefoot was saying, hey, go around because it's no good here. And now it's all okay. But up there, I'm crazy, but I'm not an idiot. I don't go on if I see it's really not good. But what I say, what I state with everything I do is that we as humans are able to have a control far deeper and far more than thought possible by science. We got to wake up to our true potential. And that potential is very able to maintain happiness, strength, and health in our bodies. That is what it is. And
what did the Sherpas say when they saw you barefoot?
Yeah, amazing. Respect.
Right.
Respect.
They're like, this guy's badass. Yeah.
Yeah. Badass, good ass. By the way, I just saw pictures of my ass in an old film like 25 years ago. What an ass I had, man.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, yeah?
Beautiful ass.
Oh,
I think
that's
that's
awesome.
the best muscle. I got a little tiny butt. I'm trying to get it bigger.
Hey, man, I think I've been training so much with my ass that I'm able, you know, a walnut? You know a walnut?
Of course, yeah. I put them in salads.
Crack a walnut with my ass muscles.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, what I do is to have two little shelves between my buttocks, and then I get the walnut in between, and then I just use my muscles, and you hear crack. You can call me the nutcracker.
Can you actually do that?
Yeah, man. If I do that on YouTube, it'll become viral, I think.
Yeah, I really want you to do it now, Wim.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Really, my ass. Oh, I got a beautiful ass, and very muscular. I mean, it is strong. It's strong like a piece of rock. Yeah,
That fires me up.
Must be the eyes or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's strong.
That's great, man.
Yeah, it's good ass talk.
Great ass talk.
Yeah, man. We always got the ass covered, but it's a beautiful piece of beautiful tool.
Oh, absolutely. And then you cross is it the Namib Desert? Namib?
The Namib Desert.
Nabi Desert, full marathon with no water.
Yes. And together with the physiologist who was measuring me, I lost 5.2 liters of water, but my core body temperature remained the same. That was more than remarkable. That is a control. That is inside the head. And it showed control in the cold, but also in the heat. Thus, we can call it control over temperature processes, mechanisms inside the brain related to the body. Yes. And that the control mechanisms of temperature, they also control depression. It's in the same area, the hypothalamus. The deregulation, when it is there, you have no control, then you will suffer a desert run without drinking, or you will suffer hypothermia in a deep freezing environment, like beyond the polar circle in winter, running in shorts. So normally, because we wear clothes all the time, we never stimulate our bodies to be able to endure and to control temperature differences. We don't have that. But I've been exposing myself so many times in natural powers of the cold and also the heat in this case, that my body knows how to control that. And with my body, my brain. And in that brain, you got the midbrain. That is the place where you learn to regulate also depression and your mood. Because when you go in the cold, that's mood, man. That's emotion. And you learn to control that. So whenever you feel stressed, could be by bacterial, inflammatory stress. It could be a viral, anything that causes deregulation of the hormones inside the brain, then you are able to regulate it. Only you have to connect with those mechanisms. You are born like everybody. I come back to the baby. Nothing wrong with the legs of the baby, but it's still not able to walk. because the neurological pathways are not set. And thus, the same way we never are trained in our schools how to use the midbrain, only the cognitive, the profane brain, the shallow brain, the neocortex, but not the midbrain, the limbic system. Thus, we have no control over our emotion. We have no control over heat, over cold, over disease. It's all there. And now, my teachings are very simple, very accessible, and very effective. It's not mine, it's of Mother Nature, and everybody is born with it. These podcasts, they bring awakening to people. Oh, is it also in me? Oh, it is accessible within a half hour? That is not possible. You better get that conviction out of there because it is yours. What is yours, you should be able to know and how to awaken through these breathing techniques and the cold showers. And keep at it, then you will get the mastery over your mood, over your immunity, over your energy, and that's what you want. You want happy, strong, and healthy being guaranteed for yourself. Then what else would you like? Hey, that is like collateral almost. If you got the core right, then a little bit more is great. And then the gratitude for it all is amazing. Because when you learn to feel yourself into the depth of yourself, then you will be struck by awe about the miracle you are and your beautiful mind that is able to control all that. It's amazing. Life is amazing. So we should feel amazing and great. There we are.
I love it.
Yes, it's about love.
Yeah.
It's all about
love, unlocking human potential.
yes. And when you had sex, then breathe 10 minutes more together. La la la, goes again.
Wim, you're horny, dude.
The life force. Yeah.
Hey, dude, I'm on board.
Yeah, you're getting me horny. Wim, can I ask you some quick questions and just get your takes on these things? It's called Pick'ems. You just pick one or the other, and I'll throw you some questions very quickly. Does that work?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Extension cords or envelopes?
Extension cords or envelopes. Yeah, extension cords. Because envelopes is paper. Paper's trees. We have cutting down too many trees. So let it extension cord and don't lose the extension cord because it's plastic.
Trees or bees?
The bees pollute. You know, pollination comes through the bees, and then new trees will come. So bees.
Kilimanjaro or Everest?
Ooh. Yeah, they are both mountains. I think Kilimanjaro is better because on the Kilimanjaro, you go from the tropics to the heathen, to the, all the temperatures, all the climates. From the tropics, you go to the Arctic. So you see everything, and you can do it with so many people. And that is what I love. So Kilimanjaro.
Cool.
Dancing or hugging?
Oh, dancing. Dancing is good. Dancing is good. Hugging is also good. But, I say, give me a fucking Corona hug. That means I do a double. I do a double. I begin to dance with the people, hugging them so much because fuck Corona. They are lying about Corona. Of course, people die. But a normal flu takes more.
I think Corona's killed more people now than the regular flu.
What?
I think Corona's killed more people now than the regular flu.
60,000 a year.
Yeah, but we're at 70,000 in the U.S. already.
Oh, yeah, 70,000? Okay, 70,000. Good. If that is happening in the beginning, when it is all happening, the flu in general, because there will come new viruses, and then they have to come up once again 1.5 years to get a vaccination going. Yes, that before that all happens, people should learn about this method to take this on the breathing and the cold to boost their immune system. And then when the flames of the disease are coming, the inflammation, the flames, I call them, then they are able to extinguish them, all of them.
No,
So-
yeah, I think being healthy is definitely a good way to deal with it and prepare. Beer or weed?
Me, it's beer. But I don't take neither of them anymore.
Nice.
You don't drink beer?
Nope, not anymore. Now
Well,
it's
when did you
beer.
stop?
I'm totally okay with that. I mean, I drink milk right now.
Is that what
And
you're drinking out of the bottle? Is that what
No,
you're drinking
no.
right now?
Carter.
And then Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston?
Whitney. Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey is having some big boobs. And Whitney Houston, she got a great smile. Both are regular girls, actually. Nice girls. They know how to sing, of course. That's all nice, but I think I like my wife best.
Hey,
Oh,
that's
nice.
Nice. It's really nice. Sweet.
Oh,
Chad, you want to do questions or you got more?
I think I'm also, yeah, let's do some questions.
All right, so Wim, will you help us answer some of our listeners' questions?
yeah, sure.
All right, this one's from Gary. It's a little long. Good day, my dogs. I come to you in need of advice. As you both know, quarantine can be undank. However, one positive has been spending quality time chilling and knocking back a few brews with my siblings on Friday nights. At our latest kickback, I received some interesting intel. Allow me to paint the full pic for you dogs quickly. You see, I am the oldest of 5 kids. I am 24 and back in my mom's crib for the Q team. The 2 next of kin are in college and above 21. Us 3 are the ones crushing brews in the kitchen together on Fridays. We live in the Northeast, so it's not nice enough outside. It's not nice enough yet to be outside. The 2 youngest are in high school. The 2 youngest will usually attend the Q team kickbacks too, drinking something like a seltzer water or Schweppes. I digress. The night of the news, my youngest bro, let's call him Frank, decided to skip out on the kicker to play Warzone with his boys in typical 10th grade fashion. The 4 oldest are chilling, laughing it up and sharing some stories from the past. Stoked. Can I tell you something I heard about Frank? My senior sister says we let her speak. I was at Emma's, her girlfriend's, and her sister told me that Frank has sex with his girlfriend all the time and he has a huge wiener. We go silent. Jaws drop. What? I say, not knowing how to react. Yeah, I told mom too. I didn't know what to do. She wants you to talk to him about it. We all cry laughing from the whole situation. Move on. This is where I seek your knowledge. How do I go about the sex talk with my younger bro? Chad, did your bros ever talk to you about this sacred deed? How could they have talked to you about it in a way that would have kept you stoked, but also stay cautious? Use protection and be respectful. JT, did your parents ever talk to you about this? I admire how open and honest your mom is with you about everything. If she gave you impactful advice, I would love to hear some examples of what I should bring up. Lastly, do I congratulate him on the hog? I have no experience with a big piece, as I am also a member of the Small Dong Committee. What up? We went on TV and said we had small dongs because we do, and we wanted to destigmatize having small penises. That's just me talking about us, Wim. Maybe this week's guest will have a greater insight on the bigger peen aspect of the question and can provide some advice on how to address that as well. Yep. Did that make sense, Wim?
Yeah, sort of. It's a lot about sex, and we have been talking about the life force. Your life force, that is what makes the penis your life force. Don't be a dickhead with the big wiener and getting off, because you will not. You will exhaust yourself. Going with the life itself every day and feel great, that is something to go for. And I had a long time that where I was alone, like 25 years. I was very much alone with my own practices, but I felt good. I felt good about what I was doing. I was relating to myself. I felt into myself. I was not comparing with nobody, and there was no need to compare myself because I felt good. Learn to feel good. you yourself, not by comparing with others, but by learning how to connect deeply within. And with that, you will beat any penis, any length, any wiener, and any oneer.
Nice.
So yeah, I going off of that for this kid. So his younger brother's having sex, right? And he's trying to figure out how to talk to him about it.
Yeah, he just wants to make sure his bro's being safe with that big hog.
Yeah, I was gonna go off what Wim said.
Yeah.
Shoot for love. Start to
have
what?
confidence in yourself.
Right.
Have confidence in yourself, because it's there. We have been looking too much to TV, the way they advertise things, the way you are dressed, the way you can sell things and promise a whole lot. And then we think the way we look, that is the way we are, but we are not. We have genuine feelings inside, and they are great. We are not the way. That's what they do not school us in. It's always something out there. But inside, there you can get a hold of yourself. And then you know something that makes you go and make your self-esteem go down. That is not the way to go. You get a hold of yourself and stay within yourself and develop therefrom. That's the natural way. And then you will be the winner.
Yeah.
Not the winner, the winner.
Yeah, so I think learn to love yourself unconditionally. And to this kid, don't seek validation through sex and boning. And do it for love, I'd say.
Yeah, and I would say when you talk to, I can't remember anything specific my mom or dad really told me about sex. I think if I was just trying to sound cool about it, my dad would just be like, that's not cool. Meaning like if I was trying to be like, yeah, I just want to bang and stuff like that, my dad would just give me kind of like a eye roll, and that kind of was enough. But a more substantive talk, I don't know if we ever really directly had one. And I would say, or maybe we were always having one. But if you're going to talk to your brother about it, I would just be honest with him and be like, hey man, it's cool that you're having sex, but don't forget to be safe, because I know when you're young, it feels like you can get away with everything, but there are consequences to our choices. And if that doesn't resonate with him, a good move is always to just make up a story about a guy, or if you have a real story about a guy who got caught up in a mistake like that and had to pay the price. Like, if you have a friend from another school who got his girlfriend pregnant and then he couldn't, take his basketball scholarship to Gonzaga because, he had a kid, and then him and the lady ended up getting divorced, and it was a bad road. It might scare him straight a little bit. So, and then, my parents always made up stories like that. They'd be like, when you're playing with fireworks, they're like, oh, hey, my friend Reggie lost 2 of his fingers playing with fireworks. And then you're like, okay, well, I'm going to light this firework and throw it away quick and not hold on to it for too long. And so you just got to, give them kind of homespun fables that'll knock some wisdom into them.
Yeah, my brother told me one time in college, actually, he's like, dude, just make sure you get tested. You don't want that embarrassment. And that was enough for me.
Yeah.
And just
maybe
be real, straight up.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't even really matter what you say or what you just have the conversation, and you'll figure out a way to connect with your bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and dude, I'll tell this guy, you can use me. I have herpes, and don't wear a condom.
You had herpes?
I have herpes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Get into the cold shower.
Yeah, I actually have kind of a little outbreak right now, so I'm hoping it'll help. Thank you, Wim.
Yeah, man, it's like the immune system, overactive immune system.
Yeah.
That it is. And you bring it down, do the breathing techniques, get into the cold shower, and make it go away. Boom.
I love it.
Lower the stress.
How to not get heated. What's up, Stoked Tato Chips? Thanks for keeping pods coming during Q-Teen. So fuego of you guys. Been a stoker since like summer 2017. Such a simpler time. I have a question for you all about how to not get heated. Lately, the smallest things have been able to get to me during quarantizzle, and I've been getting way too heated way too quickly. Do either of you have any techniques to calm yourself and maintain stoke, or maybe like a favorite meditation or just any advice? Trying to drop a fat bag right now in this short temper's mouth. Also, shout out to Aaron, you beautiful, sweet soul. Thanks, Rob.
Cold shot.
Yeah.
Or do the breathing. Do 3-4 rounds of breathing. Then your mood is completely pacified.
Yeah.
Dude, I wrote this the other day because I was thinking about like how often I can go down like emotional paths that I end up not regretting, but being like, oh, that wasn't the right way to go. But I just felt like I couldn't stop it. And so I said, we try to be self-aware and to make good choices, but there are forces bigger than us inside of us, weirdly, that will always take us into places we regret or that can be hard for other people. And what we do is we recognize it as soon as we can, sometimes after an hour, more likely after years, and then we cry and feel the realization of our misdirection and our new awareness and all its transformative power, and go forward with new knowledge better than before until a new slipstream of feeling, confusion, and need pulls us back into the beginning of the cycle. I think, dude, sometimes you're going to have a temper for a couple months, and the fact that you're already aware of it is really good. It's maybe giving you like a little bit of space to not let the temper get you before you get to it. And I think it's okay if you're getting fired up a little bit right now. Just realize that obviously you're going to have better luck with your life if you're not getting fired up, but it's all right to get a little fired up.
Yeah, and see it as a symptom. Your mind is asking for something. It asks actually get back into this control you have, into this mood which is balanced, which is feeling okay. It's a great opportunity, the quarantine thing, to be at home, forced, etc., to learn about your own mind. Your mind should be in control. That it is. That is simple. A controlled mind is your best friend. Not in control is your worst enemy. So now it is the time, it's an opportunity to learn to get a hold over the mind in any condition, in any situation. So there it is.
Yeah.
And you can do it. Just breathe. Breathe, motherfucker. Yeah.
Dude, breathe.
Yeah, dude, just breathe. Get in the cold. Dude, I got in the cold this morning. It's the best part of my day.
That's awesome.
You come out, you just...
It works.
Yeah.
All right, last question. Moral conundrum. What's up, Chad and JT? I'm from San Diego, but go to college on the East Coast and love listening to the pod to keep in touch with SoCal. I usually keep my stoke up pretty high, but recently I've been placed in a moral conundrum. I love my girlfriend and I'm fairly chill with her roommates. My girlfriend and I have always had a suspicion that one of her roommates, let's call her Brooke, cheats on her boyfriend, but never had like hard evidence to confirm. Just as a quick background, Brooke and her boyfriend have been dating for almost 5 years now, so it's a pretty serious relationship. Recently, my girlfriend told me that she found out Brooke had in fact slept with another dude. While I'm not close to Brooke's boyfriend at all, we do have mutual friends. I don't want to bring awkward negative energy to my girlfriend's apartment, but also hate to see Brooke just be a hoe like that, especially because the dude is a genuinely good dude who seems to be blindly in love. Would appreciate some advice on whether to intervene or just let nature happen. I mean, dude, I just don't think it's your place. You know what I mean? I mean, I understand why you're frustrated, and it does suck to feel complicit in a lie, especially when you're not doing wrong, but you feel like you're doing wrong now just through like omitting the truth to people. But it's her relationship, it's his relationship. They have to come to it on their own time. You can't play God and throw yourself in there. I think it's worrying about stuff that really shouldn't be in your universe. You just got to focus on you and your girl. Just make it grateful. Just let it make you grateful that you and your GF don't do that.
Yeah, Wim, what do you think? Should he intervene in this adulterous relationship?
I don't like adultery in my relationship. So adultery takes place, then I'm out of there. That's very clear.
Yeah.
It's me. But there can also be reasons why that all happens. Huh?
True. Very
Be
true.
able to have seen it coming. So get back where it all went wrong. Because in the beginning, everything was great. Everybody was in love, and it was great to be, and it was unlimited and amazing what you felt, and then it slows down. That is attention and love that slowed down. And then you got to work on it, but you did it. And then that came in, and then you ask yourself, well, what do I have to do? I say, get back in love, get back to her, and ask if you can genuinely work it out and get back on track. Because love is not about uprisal, hormonal uprisal in the beginning, because that's given. Now you have to learn to take it and to give it to the other. So if you don't, if you're not able to get even in and clear in a conversation with her, then then pull your cards.
Hell yeah.
All right. Chad, do we have a mid-roll, or should we just get straight into the
I can do the mid-roll after.
copy?
Guys, I'm interrupting this podcast to let you know once again that we are brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims pubed, for looking after our hogs, for making sure that our dongs are looking fresh and clean. And if you're listening to this pod right now, put that dong in the ice if you want full blood flow and a hard erection.
Dude,
Going deep. What?
Erections, baby.
Erections. Guys, you want the full package, you know, and once you get into the cold, once you dip your dong into the ice and you get full erections, you're going to want to make sure that it looks nice. And Going Deep fans know how much we love shredding. So thank you, Manscaped, for allowing us to shred everything in our life except our sacks. The sacred bag full of your nuts. Also, if you're getting stoked by our new indie film Uncut Pubes, then be sure to use Manscaped to keep your super dank dong clean during quarantine. That rhymes. Manscaped is the only men's brand dedicated to below-the-waist grooming and hygiene. You can safely now draw the In and Out logo on your pubes by using the Lawnmower 3.0. And because of the ceramic blade and skin-safe technology, you can also not snag your sack, or snack, depending on your activities during quarantine, while designing yourself down under. So get the Perfect Package 3.0 Essentials Kit. Get the Lawnmower 3.0 waterproof cordless body trimmer, anti-chafing boxers, travel bag. Romp your swamp with the Crop Preserver and Crop Reviver. All that good stuff, and get 20% off plus free shipping with the code GODEEP20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off, free shipping, manscaped.com. Use code GODEEP20. Your balls will be stoked. JT, have you manscaped recently?
Dude, I did last week, and I'm gonna run it back on Sunday. I think I'm gonna get an Airbnb for a while and chill with this girl.
Cool.
She just got tested, so we're gonna get her test results, and then we're gonna
for Corona.
Yeah, and then we're just gonna hang out.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got to be prepped for that, dude. Manscaped wrote that copy.
Yeah,
it's insane. They must really listen to the pod. That was like
the In and Out logo.
Super specific. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. They really. I think they're. I mean, it's. I can't think of a better partnership.
All right, so Wim, now we're going to be doing our of the weeks. You mentioned it earlier with the beef, so we're going to start it off with Chad. Chad, what is your beef of the week?
My beef of the week is the comfort zone. In honor of Wim, we gotta go outside of our comfort zone. It's and I think going off what you said, like, when we get back in nature and when we're in the comfort zone, that's when our minds spin. That's when we get, muscle atrophy and stuff. And when you get out of the comfort zone, that's where the true happiness seems to be. So get outside your comfort zone, take risks. You know, even in the era of coronavirus, find ways to reach outside your comfort zone and just keep being a beast. So yeah.
It's awesome, dog. You push it, dude. You're never in your comfort zone. Well, your comfort zone is being out of your comfort zone, so you're always out
I guess
and in a bit.
my comfort zone is being alone, so maybe that's I need to.
Good. So, what is my beef? I think, you know, I got 6 children and a company, a movement, and I'm fighting ignorance in the world. I'm looking at what is going on right now with the coronavirus. We can beat all that, but that is individual. And I try to show that in so many ways. And then still get frustrated by having set the way out, and nobody gets into the way out. Oh yes, maybe a lot of people will get the way out, but my mission is to change healthcare globally. So I got a big beef all the time going. And I'm relentless. I will always go on. I'm like water. Water can find resistance only in time. If the water keeps on running, the water becomes invincible. It becomes stronger than the wall that opposes it. And so I call the wall the beef I have every week. And that's besides of the clashes I got in my own family. Because I'm like anybody. I'm like anybody. I got differences and I got to solve them. I got the family thing, the company thing, the whole thing. But my life force is stronger. It's like water and it's stronger than any wall that wants to oppose it. So my beef of this week was what I just mentioned. And yeah, what else? There is something in the company going on with the dynamics. And these lawyers, they are so, I don't know, they make little stuff big, and things like that make it very, a lot of confusion. I got a lot of beef with that. And I think, 40 years of experience, of all what I've done, I'm able to replicate that in 10 minutes. And then I ask, hey, can you solve this? You have learned all your life about expertise in being a lawyer, on finances or company dynamics. And then it takes weeks and weeks and weeks to reproduce. And so the expertise is not there. The essence is not there. And that is my beef. I'm looking at it and I think, shit, man, I already know it better than all you guys by looking on the internet how it all works. But I got no power of attorney. So my beef is with the staggering ignorance always present in the world who are busy with people in equal division of power, disease, poverty in the world, etc. The whole controversial thing. That's my beef all the time. And for the rest, I love life.
Nice.
I love it.
Good beef. You came from a big family too, right? You had 8 brothers and sisters?
7 brothers, 2 sisters.
Do you think, I was wondering, this is like my armchair analysis, but do you think part of what makes you such a determined person is that to differentiate yourself in a family that big, you have to be pretty unique?
Unique and competitive.
Right.
But competitive in like colorful. You, yourself, original. Find ways, new things, and show it and be proud of what you have found. Yes, that absolutely.
What do your siblings think about all you've accomplished?
In the beginning, I was the black sheep. Now they are all the black sheep and I'm the white.
Yeah, I feel that.
Still, still doing the same.
Nice. My beef of the week is with The Weeknd, the not the days of the week, but the recording artist. I love The Weeknd, but I think he's been kind of watered down by success. Like when he did that album Trilogy, it was like so intense and it was so powerful. It felt like he dunked my head into a pool and the water was like hedonism and yearning and pain, and I was like, whoa, this is like thick water, and it felt like I was like just like moving through it. It just, I don't know, it was an experience that not a lot of other musicians have given me. But now it just feels like he's like airy and the music's not as substantial, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel as like unique and hard hitting. And I just want him to go back to when he was just living out of like LA or New York or wherever he's at, when he was just like in Canada and he was just stuck in his basement just writing about all of his grimy experiences. And yeah, I missed that Weeknd. So that's my beef for the week, is just my nostalgia for who The Weeknd was. Let's go back to that Weeknd.
Nice. I gotta listen to Trilogy.
Dude, it's got some bangers, dude. House of Balloons, bro. Blow your lid off.
We have nice hit.
Wait, do you like The Weeknd?
The Weeknd. It's always Weeknd with me.
Amen. Chad, who's your babe of the week?
My babe of the week is, so I have an assault bike on my balcony, and I've been cranking it out, every day. And the other day there was a guy running down the street, and he's running by, and he looks up at me, and I'm cranking it, and he gives me this fist pump, like, "Let's go." So that's my babe of the week. Even though we're separated, there's still that unity, and we were both getting it in and feeling good. So that's my babe.
Awesome. Wim, who's your babe of the week?
That's my son. My son actually, and my wife.
Great.
Both. My wife, because she is just, I find her suddenly very a new, genuine shape, I find. Her energy is completely different, very attractive suddenly. Why? I don't know. It just happened. And my son is just ridiculously cute. So both of them, both babes.
Oh, that's nice.
That's great.
My babe of the week is another recording artist. It's Prince. Dude, I learned about this Prince song, When You Were Mine, off of his album Dirty Mind. Dude, it blew my dome. Like, I had heard a lot of Prince and I'd always liked him, but I don't ever think I'd gone deep enough into the catalog to truly appreciate the genius that everybody says he is. And I mean, obviously he can play all of his own instruments and do all of his own compositions, and he writes really poppy songs and then puts all these different elements into them, like his high voice, but with this like raw sexuality. And it's a killer combo. And then this song, When You Were Mine, it's just like, it's a frothy pop song, but it's elegant. And then I don't know, I love bopping to it. And then if you really want an idea of what a superstar Prince is, watch While My Guitar Gently Weeps, that they played at George Harrison's memorial, and he does a solo during it that is maybe the best guitar solo of all time. And everyone there it's like Steve Winwood and Tom Petty. They all stop being musicians and everyone just watches Prince like ascend above everybody else. And he's like so close to God when he's playing this solo. It shreds on a whole new level. And then George Harrison's son there, and he just looks and he just like is geeking out. It's really sweet. And yeah, Prince, gone too soon. And I just look forward to learning more and more about your music, dude, because it's unreal. Chad, who's your legend of the week?
My legend of the week is this author, Don Miguel Ruiz. So I read the Grapes of Wrath recently, and having that coincide with like the economy and stuff was kind of a huge bummer, but it was a great read. So it really expanded my dome. But now I'm reading this guy, Don Miguel Ruiz, who's more of a spiritual. He's preaching more of a spiritual kind of stuff, and that always puts me in a good mood to not worry so much about life and just remember that it's a fun ride, and any sort of obstacles or perceived challenges are just like, it's a fun bump in the road. And it just sort of, like Wim said, it's like water. You're just hitting the wall and you just keep going. So yeah, that's my legend.
Wim, who's your legend?
Whoa. Who's my legend, man? Being legendary. Anybody who is legendary. I come very close to the soul now, seeing the being legendary in the being legendary in anybody, a gentleness. I see being a legend. It could be my neighbor being friendly to me, or out there in Amsterdam, most people are friendly to me. I got a good energy going, so they are friendly to me. But I'm into the soul. I'm into writing a new book. It comes out in September or October, and it's about the Wim Hof method. And in the end, it is about happiness, strength, and health. And those values are close to the soul. The soul is my legend. Absolutely. Bang.
Nice.
I love it.
That I'm into the soul. I want to explain it before I go. I got it all explained through science, what the soul is all about. Be legendary.
And the book comes out this September?
Yeah, October 20.
October. How long did it take for you to finish writing the book? I've always wondered how long it takes authors to.
The actual writing is being done after audio.
Okay.
Oh.
But it takes about a year.
Okay.
So you're going to speak the book first?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so interesting.
Yeah. Once I'm on, then I got some good stuff coming out.
Yeah.
And it's not about me. It's about what is coming out. And what is coming out is based in a deep experience. So that is the book all about the depth, experience the depth. And then, it's coming out, how do you say, October. It took me 16 hours continuous in 3 days, continuous in talking.
Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah. It's going to be a New York Times bestseller. Boom.
No doubt.
Oh, yeah.
The good shit.
Yeah.
Coming, all the science is there, and all my story, where I came from. I'm a normal dude. I'm a dropout from school, changing science fundamentally in the universities. How about that? I'm teaching doctors and professors all over the world.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, man. What is that? That is the quality of nature. Because we do not know as humans, nature knows. And I have been in nature so much. I did a lot of field work in nature. So I got things they have not even have names for it. They are finding out. They are finding out through tests, blood proof, and brain scans, and they never saw that before.
Nice. My legend of the week is my mom. Mother's Day's in a couple days. This will come out after Mother's Day, but Mother's Day is in 2 days. And yeah, I'm just running it back with my mom because she's just an absolute ledge, and the coolest of the cool. And like last night, when I tried your ice bath, I woke my mom up at 2 a.m. just to keep an eye on me so I wouldn't do it solo, and she was totally game and down and super encouraging. And yeah, I just appreciate her always supporting my eccentricities and being eccentric in her own, hugely eccentric in her own life, and always setting a model of, because my mom always, my mom used to embarrass me because she would just say whatever she thought, no matter what, and sometimes piss people off, but she never let the moment or the situation have priority over her truth. And even though that could bug me at times, I find it very inspiring, because my mom is always going to live her life with 100% authenticity and I don't give a fuckness. and it's really rare. So I just love that about my mom, and that's why she's my legend of the week.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Spiritual,
What's up,
true
Wim?
spirituality.
What's up?
True spirituality.
Dude, totally. She's very spiritual. She's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
spiritual.
I got you. I got you. I respect you. All the love to you, Mom.
Thanks, man.
Great, man.
Chad, what's your quote of the week?
My quote comes from this dude, Don Miguel Ruiz. All right. Wherever we go, we see all these beautiful creations of humans, homes, cars, freeways, buildings, stadiums. Whatever we see, we remember that it all first existed in the human mind. We made it with real action. Look at the ancient Egyptians, the Sumerians, the Greeks, the Hindus, and many others, where we see the great civilizations that existed around planet Earth. We understand that they first existed in the human mind, and then with actions, people made what they imagined come true. In the same way, you cannot make your own dreams come true without action. Whatever happens in your mind will end in your mind and cannot become real until you take the action. For your dreams to become real, action must follow inspiration.
Love it. So, what kind of books does he write? He writes nonfiction?
Let me grab it.
Get it, dog. What's up, Wim?
Yeah, good. So, about what was the question again?
It's what is your quote of the week? Do you have a quote that you like that you'd like to share?
Yes. I thought this is funny. Look, you see this one?
Yeah, it's a monkey.
I love that.
You got a monkey on your shirt?
Yeah, let it go. Julian, let it go.
Wham, dude, you're a character.
That was awesome.
That's awesome.
Quote of the week. I just found it. I found the T-shirt, and I thought, hey, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a cool shirt.
I
Yeah.
think you.
It's crazy like a monkey. Let's be funky. I feel okay. Life finds me. I play that with the guitar, etc. Nice.
Nice.
Crazy. Nice.
Crazy like a monkey. My quote of the week is from the movie Cool Runnings, one of the best movies of all time. It's about a Jamaican bobsled team in the Winter Olympics. And Yul Brenner, who's the badass of the team, makes Junior Bevel, who's kind of a privileged kid trying to find his own way through life, differentiate himself from his family. And Yul just doesn't think Junior has enough confidence. So he makes him look in the mirror, and he makes him say out loud to himself, when he asks what does he see in the mirror, he makes him say, I see pride, I see power, I see a badass mother who don't take no crap. Let me get that again. I see pride, I see power, I see a badass mother who don't take no crap off of nobody. And then he makes him say it again, and he goes again and again, and he makes him keep saying it until he believes it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
And then we have a phrase of the week for getting after it. Wim, so this is like a phrase that makes people want to party. Chad, do you have a phrase of the week for getting after it?
Yeah. Spark the flare.
Ooh.
I just said freeze, on the T-shirt. Freeze. And the other side was breathe, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Breathe, motherfucker. I love that. Mine is from Warzone, from when we're playing Call of Duty. It's when your buddy goes down, you go, but he's not all the way dead. You go, I got your revive, or I'll revive you. I'll revive you.
Yeah. I love that.
That's it.
Wim, thank you so much for coming on the pod. This has been amazing. You're the best.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
It was cool hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
We had a nice time again.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, we'll have to have you back. Yeah, when the book comes out.
Right on. Good.
If you're ever in LA, let's hop in an ice bath.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I got some cold water with your name on it.
Speech. And you got to go the cold shower.
I'm gonna do it today.
JT.
I'm doing it today.
Yeah, great. But keep on continuous until whatever you got is out of there. That is what. What is the thing about JT?
John
Because
Thomas.
your name is John Parr?
John
but-
Thomas Parr. Yeah.
Ah, John Thomas, JT. Got
But
it.
my mom's Colombian, so they call people there like Juan Tomas. They call you by your first and middle name, so they just shortened it to JT for me.
Ah, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
But yeah, if
don't-
it'll fix my herpes and my depression, I'm all in, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. Make the depression depressed.
I'm gonna beat the fuck out of it, dog. I'm gonna sit on that thing's head and crush it down with an ice block.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Way to go. Way to go.
Thank you, Wim. Wait, can you crack a walnut with your butt for it? No, it's okay. We'll do it next time.
That's next time.
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Okay.
We'll see you
guys.
soon.
Thanks,
See ya.
Wim. Bye.
Have a great one.
Yep. You too.